The lakeshore crews continue to do what they can to save beaches and, in many cases, homes from falling into Lake Michigan.
Lakeshore Congressman Bill Huizenga took to the air for an assessment of the latest damage. And News 8's Joe LaFurgey has our story tonight.
As crews continue their race against Mother Nature to try to save some of these beachfront homes, some homeowners are expressing concerns that go beyond their property.
Frustrated with the long permitting process, homeowners living along North Shore estates in Spring Lake decided better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
We felt after the night before Thanksgiving when the big storm hit that we lost about 30 feet of dune in one evening, and we felt that we could no longer wait to protect our home.
The permitting process is one of many frustrations faced by homeowners along the Big Lake, battered by wind and high water levels eating away at the beaches and bluffs that separate their homes from the lake. Congressman Bill Huizenga took to the air today in a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter to survey the damage.
It was pretty stark. There were some spots kind of south of Ludington where it was hundreds of feet high, those dunes, and it was just cliffs going down.
But the question remains, what can and should the government do? Huizenga says the feds and state have worked to relax some of the rules regarding the permitting process for buffer work, but there are other issues, from roads to water lines and other infrastructure to public beaches and docks.
We're in a crisis, and it's not just about people living along here. Like I said, the cities are going to be in trouble.
Huizenga suggests the state has come up short in that area.
Well, are you saying the state's not doing enough?
Well, I think the state could certainly declare that state of emergency. That will then at least help us make the argument with the Army Corps and with FEMA and others that we need their attention.
We reached out to the governor's office. A spokesperson for the Emergency Management Homeland Security Division of the state police says some county boards and cities have passed resolutions calling for declarations. But when the states reached out to local emergency management directors, the spokesman says to date the only request from local emergency managers has been for aviation and mapping support. Aviation and mapping support are resources that are routinely provided to local jurisdictions and do not require an emergency declaration. Whether or not a disaster declaration is the answer, residents who've watched their beaches erode say they're worried about an even bigger impact.
Really, the West Coast, this side of the state of Michigan, relies on tourism.
And if you want to learn more, just go to our Rising Water section at woodtv.com. In Spring Lake, Joe LaFurgey, News 8.